Good morning. This is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutLoud.com. Welcome to my pre-market morning bias for the major future indices, gold and oil, for today, Tuesday, December 20th, and it is 9:06 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going to start with NQ. And I already sent out a tweet this morning that NQ is a possible breakout above 49.50, above the range, above the overnight range that has developed, with a protective stop below the base. And it's currently running into 50. It has more room to go into 60. And we're going to see if today we're going to be able to take out this multi-day high at 60 area, 60 to 66. 66. Yesterday, we had a really nice push to the upside. Keep in mind that we have projected targets all the way to 5,000. So we have plenty of room to move higher. We are still standing in a very bullish environment. We might get a Santa rally, so keep that in mind. Other than that, no shorting below the base. So I'm still very much bullish throughout the trading session for today. With that being said, pretty much the targets are laid out. So obviously a break above 45 took the price into 49.50, which is target one. Target two is going to be 49.60. Target three is going to be 49.70. Target four is going to be 49.80, and then we're going to go to 5,000 if we should decide to break out today or tomorrow. Other than that, no shorting below the base. I will not look to short anything. In terms of relative strength and relative weakness, this morning we have a synchronicity in the Dow, the S&P 500, and the NASDAQ, and we also have relative strength coming out of Russell. So we're going to keep an eye on Russell this morning as well. And in fact, we're going to add it to the mix right now. Russell symbol is TF. So you could see that Russell has grinded higher into the 1380 area, which was a target area from yesterday. But yesterday was very, very sloppy. So we found that NQ had a better chance of running higher, and which we did. We traded NQ. And it ran beautifully into our target. However, you could see from these big bars onto the hourly chart that how whippy it was. But now, grinding slower throughout the night, testing this resistance area at 1380 with room to continue higher into 1385 and 1390 and 1395. So these are the projected targets. So far, no entry because we already had an extended move up. However, a pullback into 1376, 1375 will be considered as a possible buy, and we will evaluate the 2 and the 5 minute pivot below that possible entry for a protective stop. Let's move on to YM, and like I said, YM, ES, and NQ are trading in synchronicity. We had a really nice run up this morning into 19,900. So let's go. Let's see if we could do that 20,000 for this year in YM. Everybody's expecting it. We are into a lot of resistance here, and this is a cap, but however, don't consider this bearish, and don't be caught, kind of shorting these strong moves to the upside. I would rather wait for a pullback into the 19,860, even 19,865. If we get a pullback, even a steeper pullback into the 850 area, yes, I will buy those dips. But however, I'm not going to try to do anything right here at the top unless it will be ranging for a little bit of time. So as of now, we have no entry. However, we do have projected targets all the way into 19,550, into 19,975, and all the way to 2,000. So we might expect, let's see if we're going to get that Santa rally. But again, wait for the pullback or consolidation at this range. Let's take a look at the mini S&P 500. S&P 500 a little bit whippier, testing resistance right now at 8 o'clock pre-market, and into resistance 2267, 2268. It still has a lot of room to run into 2270. We have a new high here at 2273, which is the high of the year, and also projected targets even higher, and those are at 2280. Okay, so they do, S&P 500 still has room to continue higher into 2280. We're getting a little bit of a pullback. We have to see if this 2265 is going to hold. We might get a turnaround here with evaluation after the open. So I think we still need to wait a little bit on the open and see how the open is going to handle the S&P 500. So far, very interesting here. CL, love CL right here where it is positioned. On the 2-minute chart, I'm going to bring quickly the 2-minute chart. Love the consolidation right here into resistance. We formed a pivot at 59. This will be a very tight stop with a possible projected target all the way into 54. Beautiful risk to reward ratio right here. So this could be the entry, 53.63, and your stop can be 53.59. Remember to give a little bit of wiggle room on both sides for the entry and the stop, so we're not choking trades. Remember, always give them a little bit of breathing room. All right, let's take a look at gold, and that is GC. Okay, last but not least, okay, GC consolidating weak on the 2-minute at 1130. Also resistance at 1132.50. A break over this area of 1130 can project it lower back into 1124. So it is a really nice void to the downside, so keep an eye on gold today as well. Remember, we do have a double bottom here at 1129 and a break of, like I said earlier, a break of 1829 or 1130 can potentially bring the price back down, creating some selling pressure. That is going to take price down all the way to 1124. All right, last but not least, I know for many of you that are watching bonds, all right, ZB is the 30-year treasury bond. We had a really nice rally yesterday, and we caught the breakout in this trade. However, it is starting to weaken up at this point, so it's very, very, very sloppy, and it's trading in a very, very large range, which I don't really like because this is actually shrinking our reward. So the greater the risk, the less the reward. So it's about a 1-to-1 risk to reward on each and every single trade here. So all in all, I'm going to stay away from the treasury bonds today. Although possible, a breakout over 148 can bring the price into 149.05, and a break below 148 is going to bring the price down to 147.13. However, you could see that there's not a lot of room to run, all right? And if you would get long over 148.19, all right, or 148.20, your stop needs to be below 148. So that is a considerable risk compared to the possible reward at 149.04. And for a short here, if you take it at 148, you have to place a stop 148.20, and then you would have a very small reward right here. One other thing that is shaping up this morning, I'm going to share with you, is silver. Silver is very, very weak. Has continued to downtrend for quite some time after this decline on following the FOMC meeting. Has stabilized at $16, and it just it got rejected from this price once again, little above $16, and it's continuing lower. How far can this go? Well, I'm going to bring up the daily chart so I can show you that, or rather, the weekly chart. You can see it better on the weekly chart. So right now we're into this double support area right here at 1584. That's why the price got rejected at that area. And it has a lot of room to continue lower into the $15 and all the way to $14 and about 60 cents. So it does have this tradable void. Don't forget that silver is a little bit pricey for those of you that are trading small accounts. Pay attention to the tick size. All right, so going back to a 2-minute chart, okay, we're getting a breakdown. Okay, we're getting a breakdown. So we have consolidated. We broke down. This is going to be the stop. However, if we're going to get a little bit of pop into 1575, to get a tighter stop, and that's my goal for today, trying to hunt for these tighter stops because the stops are going to tend to be a little wider. All right, so hey guys, guess what? CL going. All right, CL going. Better position myself for it. All right, guys, this is all for today. Hope you enjoy the pre-market game plan, and I'll hope to see you tomorrow morning. Hope you all have a very profitable trading day, and don't forget that we have another class that is scheduled in January, and it's in a little different format. If you're interested in the class, Power Income Day Trading Futures, it starts on the 21st. You could visit our website, tradeoutloud.com. And go under the futures, go under the education tab. It's futures or tradeoutloud.com/futures. Find out more about our class, and we're going to have a new signal service that we're going to launch on January 9th. So make sure you follow us on Twitter. We're having all these free trades that we're posting throughout the month of December and coming into January 9th. So thank you so much for joining me this morning, and let's get ready for the market open.